Hello and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Adam's Music Box, where I cannot believe it's been so long since Ray Manzarek left us. He died in 2013, and it was quite a sad day because if Jim Morrison's mysterious death was somehow inevitable, Ray's death was just quite sad because he was too young even then. But Ray was a very interesting musician and so vital to the sound of the Doors. Now, the Doors were truly a band. The media sometimes pretended they were Jim's backup band, but they were a band, and each member was implicitly intricate. What made Ray Manzarek stand out is several things. One, his Vox Continental organ gave the Doors a unique sound, as did Robbie Krieger, the way his gloss bottleneck guitar, John Densmore's very jazz influenced drumming, but it was that organ sound that, particularly on the first few albums, really made them stand out. And he was really a tremendous player. He wasn't like a classical virtuoso, but he had so much vibe and so much style and so much competence, so much confidence. And I think that in many ways, Ray's confidence, both spiritually, intellectually, stylistically, in terms conceptually, I don't know if I said, and musically, gave Jim, who wasn't a natural extrovert, he was a natural introvert. I honestly think that that sort of symbiosis helped to give Jim that confidence. And it was Ray and Jim who first decided to form the Doors. And obviously, Robbie and John Densmore came in very shortly thereafter. And especially when Jim died, Ray was kind of like an official spokesman for the band. He was very vocal, very opinionated, incredibly eloquent, not just for a musician, but he was very eloquent by any standard. He was an author, he collaborated on many projects, and he was always very much a defender in the public realm of people who tried to make Jim out to be just a lecherous drunk, when in reality he was an intelligent, soft-spoken person who cared deeply about music and about poetry and about sociology. And Ray was always there to very elegantly defend Jim from the people who wanted to make him into a kind of caricature, including, and I have to say, I like Oliver Stone, but Oliver Stone's film was so inaccurate, and Ray was there really calling him out about his fake portrayal of Jim. He even got a documentary made to tell the real story of Jim. It was much more low key, low fi than an Oliver Stone Hollywood production, but it really did the job well. And so while all the Doors are so special, there was always something unique about Ray. The sound of his keyboards was orally iconic in the history of the Doors, and his vision for forming the band and keeping it together as a concept when Jim died. Obviously, they did a few albums without Jim that aren't that bad, and Ray did a lot of the singing. You should check them out. There's a performance of that version of The Doors on Beat Club, the Great West German TV show. He flew the flag, and so it's sad that we're down to only two Doors, but long live all of them, Ray, Jim, and God bless John Densmore and Robbie Krieger, who keep doing their thing today. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.